Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. Oh man, wait, let me go full cam since for the first time in a long time I am turning on the stream and it is actually not in the middle of a gigantic fight. But hello, hello, hello. Unless you've been living kind of under a rock or just haven't been paying attention to the 2377 KVK, our KVK is finally over. It is officially over. It closes today at reset. Now, I am top 20 honor, so I do need to kind of make sure that I am in that top 20 honor when everything ends to get that coin. Now, I have 4 coins and I don't even know what I'm gonna do with them as it stands now. But anyway, I'm on a streak of like 10 in a row. Might as well just keep the top 20 streak alive. And yeah, so but you know, the 1960 KVK also opened, and it is a holiday tomorrow. So honestly, it's like yeah, kind of a chill stream and a good day to stream a little bit. Now I gotta also finish up this Koroks because I have not done it yet. So let's wrap this up real quick. Oh man, no rewards? What do you mean no rewards, man? I got my Altark. Although I don't know, man. If I could, man, I'd give it away. And I don't even know what I'm gonna use it on, quite frankly. Um, but yeah, I don't know. The person that I would have to give it to, according to R5, not that he doesn't or she doesn't, you know, deserve one. But I just think that I have played a lot of this KVK with my secondary, you know, imp set on my buy or BQ with Liu Che, and I kind of just want to build up a second pincer set so that when I'm using my main pincer set in the garrison, that I can use another pincer set, not an arch set, on the BQ Liu Che. So I just I don't know. It's a mix between I don't really need it and the guy that I would be giving it to is a great player, but I just think I mean, you know, maybe I'd use it better than they would. Just not trying to hate, not trying to hate. But that's just kind of where we're at and why I have chosen not to give away my Altark this time, because I give away my Altark every time, I suppose. What's going on, Hum? I definitely don't hate you EU watchers, man. And I know I was made fun of a little bit today while I scheduled my stream. Somebody in chat ended up typing out that that I hate all my EU fans because well, I only stream at this time, which is true, right? I stream late for EU. But guys, I work a full day. Now, I don't work a full day tomorrow, so if I do get my hands on a 1960 account or 1093 account, like maybe I stream that KVK. You never really know. Never really know. You are everywhere, man. All right, let's load in. That would be great. There we go. Also, this is the honor race right now, guys. So obviously we're not going for 1, but we are going for top 20. I am pretty comfortable. Now, I was shocked because these two players fell off really, really hard. Feels Good or Feel Good 123 and Shanks, they were pretty consistently top 20. They were pretty consistently top 20, and then I don't know, maybe they're busy, something, but they dropped hard because look at this, 47 to 64. They were top 20 yesterday. So I've kind of maintained a pretty steady lead. So I'm not sweating for this top 20, if that makes sense. But I do still want to be online just in case. Also, guys, little just in case, you know, the back pocket. I got I got 5K honor in my bags. I thought we were gonna get past, so I was trying to hold on to that just in case, chat, just in case. What's the reward split? I think we get 2 coins. But honestly, man, I feel like I've stepped out or been pretty public about this, but I've stepped down from leadership. I'm no longer in leadership. I will remain in 1981, but I don't really care anymore, you know? I really don't really care about who gets what gets where, how Diplo goes. I am just gonna try and be a player again and make content and enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And honestly, I don't need coins. I don't really need rewards. Dude, I mean, of course, it's a little selfish because my account's developed, but I don't really need Autarchs. I don't really need coins. I mean, they're nice, but they're not nearly as impactful as like a new player, right? How much KP did I make? So I actually made a shocking I think I made like 4.3 billion. I actually broke my record, which feels a little odd, because we didn't have a Zone 5 fight, and yeah, I don't know. I actually felt like I was kind of taking it easy this KVK, so there's definitely something in the air. I still have a ton of speed ups left, but there's definitely something in the air about KP being really, really, really easy to get recently. I think it kind of started, I won't say the 1960 versus 2377 KVK, but like maybe 1 or 2 KVKs before that. Like, I fought way less this KVK, and against harder opponents this KVK than I did in the 1606 KVK. And I got more KP than I did in that KVK. I got like, 4 bill flat in that KVK, and I got like 4.3. So I don't know. There's definitely something. There's definitely something going on with that. But yeah. So that's just where we are. And now they're gonna come out with a patch that basically nerfs everybody's kill point gain by 33%. Not necessarily reports per se, but at least kill point gain, rate of gain, just because of everybody getting a lot tankier. Wait, are you able to donate the Autarch? I actually am able to donate the Autarch. But I've kind of decided against it, just simply because I do have a use for it, just because of how often I garrison, and I would like to make a second set for infantry, or at least second pincer set, not wedge set. But so this is my primary wedge set, and I don't actually have a secondary wedge set. I don't really know what I'd actually swap over. Here, hold on. Let's see if we can. If we go here. I forget what I've been running. What have I... yeah, so I've been running this. Here, hold on. So I've been running this. I quit. I've also been running, I guess, the Spirited one. Yeah, so I've been running this. This has been my secondary set, chat. Yeah, I've been running an Epic. Yeah. Wait. Ooh, here we go. Striker. And then something like this. So I've been running around with this as a secondary set, and it's all Arch, and so I'd rather not. Like, this set actually shockingly is not bad for just like some random BS that I have saved, but yeah, I mean, I would rather get something a little bit stronger, as I completely whiff on the bard that I was trying to chain. Good morning, Moof, or I guess evening, not morning. Why did I say morning? I have no idea why I said morning. But yeah, just kind of chilling. We're gonna collect the rewards today. Also, I know it's been going on all day. Guys, when I tell you that I have been zoned out from Rise of Kingdoms, I mean it in like the fullest extent. I didn't even know that 1960 pass opening was today. That feels like a major flaw in content creation. But has that been entertaining? Have you guys watched it? Let's see if I can look it up. Because my honor race is not super tight right now, we're gonna go ahead and look this up. Alright, bottom is wind, right? Sorry, no, this is 1093's camp. So what are they rallying? Don't tell me this is a Gorgo-Hera. Don't do it to me. Oh man, how many times did I stream Gorgo? God, dude. It makes me so sad, man. And maybe they just don't max it, or nobody has pincer, or something, bro. But I don't... Can somebody explain to me why people aren't using Gorgo Tokugawa? Guys, another thing I want to do today is go over the new Archer Commanders. I can comfortably say Gorgo Tokugawa is unbelievably broken. Until they come out with this new Archer rally, Gorgo Toku is like ridiculous levels of broken. It's so much better than Gorgo-Hera, I can't even begin to comprehend how much better it is. So I am really shocked that people continue to garrison with the Gorgo-Hera and get crushed against these kind of rallies. But how's this actually looking? So 1093 is dropping a fort. Is there even really field anymore, guys? It doesn't seem like there's a ton of field. I guess a tiny bit up here. But these seems like, Wait, is this a kingdom memory? That's funny. It's harder to fill. It is harder to fill, but you have to set expectations for your kingdom. And this is literally what, day 1, hour 12 or whatever of zone 5. If you are having to run mono or mixed troop garrisons already, you've already kind of lost, right? I think you should be running solo troop or mono troop rallies and garrisons for literally as long as you possibly can. This is also why my farms train very particularly inf only, because I have an inf garrison and I can keep my own farm up for a while. But 1981 is big time mono troop type, big time, guys. I will I will say this. Our garrisons, this KVK, and I saved them. I didn't save them all. Okay, I lied. I didn't save them all. But my Gorgo Toku was absolutely destroying everything it touched. Now, this one, I guess, was bad. But, so, this was one of, like, our worst reports, okay? This was literally one of our worst reports. No one reinforcement, right? With a Hope and Wild Lion BT Cyborg Swarm with a rally on it, right? And it went even. I mean, this garrison is so unbelievably broken. I don't know. I can't believe that. And this was an actual rally report. Now, it lasted, for 2 seconds because we swarmed it a little too quickly. But, I mean, it is honestly pretty amazing how strong this garrison is. Like, I don't even know. Anyway, with that said, I'm just surprised that nobody uses it. 2296. Oh, is that 2296? I actually did not notice that. Guys, I am going to enjoy my break from like being overly obsessed with this game. All right, it's gonna feel real nice to just be able to take a step back and just kind of enjoy it. Maybe not always be super up to date with everything, not trying to get content out as quick as possible. Like, I mean, very obviously, I haven't really made any videos recently. I've enjoyed streaming more than anything. But yeah, like, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I'm looking forward to it. I was playing for 93. 1818 seems to be in a little bit of downtime. Yeah, I mean, they are fighting A-seeds, right? Now, I would say this. It's like, you kind of have, you kind of have this thing where at the very beginning of the day, you could probably say that 1960 or 1093 was probably having a little bit of a hard time, just because that's probably the absolute pinnacle of activity that those camps will have, right? It's pass openings, it's like everybody took the day off, but now, people are sleeping. So, once that first downtime hits, I think those zones are over. Ken, you should max a second inf set now? I don't think I'll do that. I'm not going to max a second inf set. I mean, my second inf set is whatever anyway. I don't like the set weapon, whatever. Can I see your Gorgo gear? Debating about dumping 600 heads into Toku for Garrison, but curious how the gear matches up. Sure, so this is the gear. It's pretty insane. Now, if I were to go back and do this all over again, right from scratch, right? This is bad. Don't get the set helmet, right? Set helmet's bad. Get the KVK helmet. And then I think you want the leadership, pants and gloves, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so you go leadership, pants, gloves, KVK, and then Hope Cloak and Shio's Return is what I would run. You run the leadership gloves because you don't get this march speed manipulation on the inf, or actually on just leadership in general. Here, let's see if I can show you. You get obviously troop defense, but then you get this, which is you reduce their attack by up to 9%, which is much better than any other set piece. So for rally and garrison, you definitely want those. But it's been yeah, regardless, my set's been, guys, and I try not to say this with trying to act super cocky, but I think I had one negative report. One single negative report, all KVK against 2377. That should say a lot. It actually got to the point where in Kingsland, right? So this is Kingsland. We held this pass and never lost it. Never lost it. They stopped rallying it, right? And then now you can see we hold both passes because we were the only ones with like the strongest Gorgo Toku. And so, yeah, they tried to go to, you know, 08 side, which was maybe strategic because they knew that 08 was drained, which is fine. But I also think part of it was they literally just could not break our garrisons. How's my AP? My AP's doing fine, man. I still have however much AP this is. I guess a little over 70,000, something like that. And we got. I'm not gonna spend 70,000 AP in 40 minutes. Archers will change that next KVK. I agree. Oh man, I want to cry seeing those archers release. Absolutely want to cry. And to be fair, if these kind of stayed, if, you know, Gorgo Toku stayed as broken as it was, it would be bad. But I think that people, for some reason, are still using Gorgo Hera, which is, like, you know, crazy to me. And the new garrison also counters Hera, or the new rally also counters Hera, which is, like, which is absurd. But, you know, Asher already kind of, it doesn't counter Gorgo Toku, but it obviously, like, it's meant to do damage to Gorgo, right? Like, you take, the target deals 20% less normal damage, you take 15% less normal damage, you know, you, right? Like, all this stuff. So, I would say that in general, Asher with the new rally is going to absolutely dunk. It's going to completely destroy anything that is not Gorgo Toku, and it will probably just destroy Gorgo Toku. So, check honor ranking, sure. Where? This is not where honor rankings are. Sorry. Where do I see honor rankings, chat? Jesus. There we go. What about it? Am I close? Wait. Wait. Did somebody leave? Wait. Guys, Feel Good and Lost Shanks were... He was not ranked 20. No way somebody just left... Wait. Did somebody just leave the KVK with an hour left to go? How is he... I don't understand. How is he ranked 20 now? Akanada Lin isn't pushing, I don't think. 58, 506. He's been at that for a while. I think you're fine. Bro, Asher Tariq against Gorgo Toku was cooking it hard. Whose Gorgo Toku were you rallying? Was it mine? Do we have a date when we expect the new archers? Probably in about a month. Pretty sure it's the same. I literally just reviewed this on stream. Hold on. Wait. It was right at the start of the stream. Give me a sec. When did I go over the honor rankings? Here. It was at minus 1432. You're right. It was. I'm just dumb. I don't know. It was. So nobody left. That was weird. I swear when I read that out loud, I swear that they were not ranked 20, but maybe I'm just dumb. A maxed one. Hold on. Yeah, Lin isn't pushing. But also, I would say that Tariq, or Asher Tariq, is pretty good. But I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's good. I mean, if you have a good wedge set, for sure. But it's going to be worse than... I think it's going to be worse than the new rally and Asher. Check Discord? Give me a sec. Yeah, I mean... Okay, so... I'll tell you what's wrong with it right off the bat. Right off the bat. You have a arch formation, Gorgo Toku. So that's one thing that is wrong. And I would like to look at the reinforcements of that, because I'm gonna guess that was mixed. Soon troops back, let's go. Yeah, man. I mean, I didn't really lose too many troops, right? My farm's got most of the deaths here. I will, I'll show you my farms. Who's the main pairing for the new Archer rally? It is definitely, without a doubt, Asher Benepal. Now, if you want to talk about, you know, different KVK, you know, artifacts and stuff, then you could maybe throw Tariq in there as well. Oh, what is that? I ain't buying your stuff, game. What was I doing? Why am I looking at commanders? Oh yeah, I'm gonna look at Tariq real quick. So Tariq also, in theory, kind of counters Gorgotoku. Where's my boy? Because he does reduce their rage. Let's turn off simplified. And their normal damage. So reduces their rage and reduces the normal target normal damage they deal by 30% for 3 seconds. I don't like the 8-second cooldown on this, but I think it's solid. I would probably rather Asher though. I would say Asher with the new commander will be your best bet. Expertise Ragnar on the farm is wild. Well, you want to know why I have Expertise Ragnar? Because I do forts, bro. There. Oh, I don't want to rally at 12. Give me an 11. So, now, I actually had plenty of farm troops to go. This was one of my farms, so 1.7. But as you can see, guys, we use Gorgotoku all Kingsland long. All Kingsland long. And I still have quite a bit of Imp left. Like, this farm is not drained. I would not consider this drained. But I was trying to go through my farms. I would say only 2 of my farms are relatively low. I have 5 farms, and each of them had above 2 million Imp at the start of KVK. Now, this is the second one. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna make sure that I get this rally filled. But this is the second one, and this is the farm that I would say is more drained. Yeah, dude, why is this popping up? Holy, I don't want to pay money. Yeah, so this was, I filled on this one quite a lot. So 1.8 mil Imp deads on this farm. So that was hefty. That was hefty. Now, I do not have too many... I mean, like I said, I wouldn't consider this drained. I wouldn't consider that drained, but yeah. Those farms are very high power for the number of troops. What do you mean? I feel like they're low power for the number of troops they have. So this one... Now, medium and... dude, this thing, I don't know what's going on here. Now, this is the one that I half use, so 1.1 mil deads on this farm. 32 million power, but I also have... Whoops. I also have a lot of Imp left on this. I still have a million Imp. Obviously, we didn't use Cav and Archers this KVK, so yeah. And then, Miniature Kane was the one that I really, did not use. I did not use this farm at all. So, this was kind of, I'll say my emergency break glass farm, which I'm glad we didn't have to use. And I really wasn't even close to it, but you can see I didn't use this farm at all. And, this is 39 million power, and I have 2.7 million of... So this farm is huge. I'm kind of just waiting for a KVK to where I can zero all my farms. Now, fortunately, I haven't really had to do that yet, but I am prepared to do so at any point. At any point, chat. And then we got one more farm. So, one more farm. Now, this one is another one that I didn't really use much, but I did use. Hold on. So I used this one a little bit. I mean, you can see just a tiny bit. I tried not to use it. I really only tried to use medium, little, and small cane, just because I'm trying to save troops on the other ones. But you can see this one also has 2.1 mil left. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it. My farm filling performance this KVK was great. I didn't like farm filling this KVK. Obviously, for like the times that we had passes and stuff. I mean, like I had the troops, I'll use them. But part of me was like, I don't really want to fill this flag. It's just going to be swarmed by Hope and Wild Lion, and then that's kind of pointless because they have unlimited troops. I don't. I really just kind of want. I kind of just want a KVK where my farm troops matter, you know? I felt, and now I'm not saying 2377 wasn't drained by the end of this KVK, because they obviously were, that's why they stopped. But, I really felt like my farm contribution, this KVK compared to most KVKs, didn't really matter. The rest are good power-wise, just the main farm got a large amount of power. You're right, Switz, I first of all, in my farm video, that I made, yes, I acknowledge that Medivh Cain is not a good farm account. This account is bad. It has too much tech, right? It has too much tech. But I use that tech in a way that still kind of balances it out because I rally forts. So it's not like, if I could go back, I would not make this farm this large, for sure. But this has about, actually, let's check. I forget exactly how much non-troop power this has, but I think it's a little, I think it's like 31 million non-troop power. In my opinion, if you are at 25 million power of non-troop power, that's a good farm. Anything higher than that is bad. So I have more info. Okay, so here we go. Building power 16, tech power 14. So this is about 3.1 right here. And then commander is 2. So I'm actually at 33 million power of non-troop power. I still have 8 million troop power, which is a good bit. But you can see I hit 47 million power, right? I think it was pre-KVK. So yeah, this farm is not properly constructed, 100%. But it was also the first farm that I ever had. And you can see I use it to do stuff like this. So, you know, I don't know why it's expertise to Ragnar Liu Che. I crit my hammer on first craft. Don't ask me. It pissed me off. Yeah, so here we are. I'm trying to, trying to make this, my life a little bit easier. Which, you know, investing in this, but we're capped at 25 million power farms unless you're mega filling. So 25 million non-troop power or 25 million power. Because if you are not training troops on your farms, you're doing something wrong. I would say non-troop power, 25 million as a cap is a very good way to go about it. I think that that's very strong. That's what 1981 does. But look, I'm also going to be honest. I'm a little special. Okay, you know, I'm allowed to keep my farm, just because. Yeah. I mean, you can see, guys, I got 2 million deads on my farm. How many farms out there, even if they're 40 million power, get 2 million deads, right? So, yeah. Okay, give me a second. I have not really read chat. I've been very bad. Let me scroll up. Kill day. Yeah, I did 2.4 mil. Not an insane amount, but still 12 million power back. Not too bad. That's for, you're talking about your deads, right? Hey, man, I can't believe you migrated. And not only did you migrate, you didn't even hit 1981 up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hope you do well on 2049. You're going right from KVK to KVK, so I hope you have speeds for it. We're all waiting for the day where Cain finally gets a girlfriend. I'm also waiting. I am also waiting, my friend. Or boyfriend. Okay, yeah, we don't need that. Nah, we're gonna go girlfriend on that one. Actually, the rest are pretty good power. I think I read that part. What about Itty Bitty Cain? So, Itty Bitty Cain is my farm in development. And now, I know that you guys did not want to turn this into a farming stream. But this is the farm that I have most recently created because I wanted more troops. In fact, I have not been paying too much attention. But this is actually my most well-constructed farm. But you can see that I'm just trying to get all the buildings up to max level. And I am CH25. And I don't really have many troops, right? So I'm going to wait until... I'm not really going to use this farm in KVK. I'm just going to get all the buildings up, wait until it starts like actually producing resources. And I also have to get like gathering gear, right? Like this is a bad farm. Like this farm is not nearly complete. So yeah, we are... You can see it didn't even get registered for KVK. I'm just kind of using this right now, like very, very, very casually to eventually build up to have, you know, a 6th filler. So, we are a little far away from that, but yeah. Kane, next KVK I can fill farms for you, don't worry. You're actually gonna fill farms for me? I would be surprised if you did that. Ederlindo Silva, how are you? Alright, we are close to this. Alright, back on the main, guys. We've dealt with the farm stuff, let's hop back on the main. Captain 25 million power, okay, I need to start doing forts of my farms. Need to choose what to rally. You think Mina Double C can rally level 12 fort? I don't know why you would have Mina on a farm, so I would probably not do Mina Double C. If you do have Mina on a farm, maybe a 5-5-1-1 Mina Double C, sure. You fill properly, so you get to keep them. Move. I feel a lot, man. I feel a lot. But, I mean, you know, so. 25 mil total? Oh, Philip, that's a mistake. You want as much troop power on your farms as possible. You don't want building power, but you want as much troop power as possible. That hammer crit infuriates me. I have 1 crit in total in my main out of 25 crafts. Oh, don't worry, it pissed me off too. Oh, I was not happy. Lilith knows it. Farms are blessed with crits. Yeah, that's very true. I will bring a farm that has 150 million power. You know what? If it has 150 million troop power, you can bring it. All right. The auto bar feature is going to be so nice for farms. You're right. I didn't even think about that. I try to rally bar forts though. But if I'm just lazy, yeah, the auto bar feature, it sounds like money. Why wouldn't I enjoy farm filling? I enjoy farm filling as well. But I mean, if you're gonna ask for money in return, then I'm not gonna give you any. So I farm fill pretty well myself, I'd say. Now, I'd always rather not farm fill, I suppose, but it is pretty satisfying filling my own garrison and watching them eat shit on it, you know? Who's pushing? I don't think anyone's pushing, if I want to be honest. Like, I think Shanks doesn't want to kick his own teammate out of top 20. They probably have some sort of agreement, and we're kind of chilling, man. I mean, I might pass Hope and Lion, but probably not. It was a restart account of Hardy Max, Min and Double C. Oh, well, yeah, Min and Double C, you can very, very easily do a level 11. What pilot team are you a part of? He's part of the Akhenaten pilot team. You still gonna merge? Were we ever gonna merge? Now, I like your kingdom. I help 81 for free. Well, Hum, I always appreciate that. And 81 loves any help. The only problem, so Hum, I mean, as you can see, all of my farms are on the same account. So, if you're playing on a computer, which you probably are, then you won't be able to fill, which is what it is. Rip that chain. Dude, 5 head, bro. This costs 0. I'm gonna chain this. You don't know how good of a chainer I am, man. You didn't kill the level 54? I know. That's why it costs 0, so I can go back and rechain. I am literally a master chainer, man. Although, surprisingly, yeah, BlueStacks or phone. Yeah, you can do BlueStacks or phone. You just can't do Rock Client PC. Which is what I do, right? So, just for instance, since you guys can't see what I see, I have my main screen right in front of me. I have my main screen right in front of me. Then I have my second computer, and then I attached to this second computer, I have a second monitor. So I have chat up on this monitor. I have my second game client on this one, which is essentially like my BlueStacks, and then I have my phone that I also play. So in the absolute heat of the moment, I can technically farm fill, not at the same time, right? Because I'm not an alien, I don't have fucking 6 arms and 25 eyes, but like I can farm fill on 3 accounts at once, right? Usually, obviously focus on one. Once all those troops are in, I'll go to another, right? The only thing that I don't like with BlueStacks is that it's very laggy, in my experience. It feels very choppy to play. So I prefer to farm fill on my phone if I have to. I have 2 PCs? I do have 2 PCs. But yeah, like, I will say, farm filling, in my opinion, does not really affect my KP gain because I have multiple devices. Like, when I'm farm filling, I'm not usually fielding. Yeah, like, yes, if I'm farm filling while we're getting rallied, like, yeah, I could probably be getting some more KP if I, like, cheeseburgered or whatever, you know? But it's kind of insignificant, I'd say. I get... Ooh, wait. I don't mean to teleport here. What is... It's all the way down here? Jeez. Also, good at disappear in 9 minutes. My goodness. Anyway, it really doesn't affect my KP that much. I'd say the only thing that really affects my KP a lot, like a significant amount, is garrisoning. I would say that garrisoning, while I'm garrisoning, I am probably getting kill points 40% slower. Now that sounds crazy, right? Because you're like, oh, Kane, it's only one march. Why are you getting kill points 40% slower? Well, one, I'm being attentive to the garrison, right? Like, while I'm garrisoning, it's not that, like, I have to be per se, but, like, I am definitely more protective over my garrison than I am of, like, other people's garrisons. So I'm, like, moving farms closer. I'm, like, focusing on it while I'm in the field. Like, I'm making sure that it's okay. Like, if anyone pushes it, like, my marches are nearby. Like, all that stuff. And so it's, like, a different mindset when I'm garrisoning. And also, 50% of my account's materials are in this set. So, literally, this, I could craft, like, 4 or 5 of these to equal one of these. It's actually insane. How much or how many materials go into that one set. So yeah, and when that one set is on BQ Liu, which is by far the best march in the game, then, and not only is it the best march in the game, but it also has my best set in the game. I mean, I am missing out on so much KP, guys. So much KP. A whole PC to stream, chat is wild. So it's not it's a laptop, guys. It's not like the biggest investment. In fact, it was an old laptop that I bought from a friend for like 250 bucks. It's an old Alienware, probably came out in like 2014 or 2013. The battery, like the battery's dead in it, so it has to be plugged in for it to even run. Yeah, so it's not like a good PC by any means, but it does do BlueStacks. It does do like any other game, like Hearthstone or whatever other game I'm playing on the side, and then it obviously does chat very well. So, yeah. Don't hate a PC so I can quit fighting on mobile. Kevin, I can't believe you fight on mobile, bro. I actually can't believe it. It doesn't even make sense to me. You're probably... Well, it depends. Do you consider iPads mobile? I personally don't, because it's so much larger and the controls are like your thumbs and it feels like you're like really moving it, right? But I don't know. Maybe iPad's mobile. But if you're fighting on an actual like iPhone 12 or something, I don't know how you're even still playing the game. What's better for chaining, by the way? Rather regular iconic, 0 legendary, or actual full barb damage? Dude, if you're trying to min-max barb chaining, just get gear. don't min-max barb chaining. I mean, this is what I have. It's my 3rd cap set. It does fine. So, oh, this chain's kind of cooked. iPad is way better than phone. I agree. Why not make another preset for BQ wearing the 2nd set? I have one. What do you mean? I do have one. It's just, this is my 2nd set right here. It's on my Guan currently. I don't know why it's on my Guan, probably Canyon. But yeah. When I garrison, that's what I have. But I don't have a 2nd pincer set, which is why if you fast forward to the beginning of the stream, I would say that I have an arch set that I use as a secondary, which is fine, but I want another pincer set, which is why I'm taking the Autarch, basically. For how much Kevin chains, he got to be on a PC. Dude's mobile device probably overheating. I can't believe you play on iPhone 14. Kevin, that's actually insane, bro. 3 billion kill points on a phone has to be a record. I'll get the 17 soon. Invest in a goddamn, invest in a PC, bro. Is this move? Oh, it's circle. What's up, bro? Appreciate it. We used your rally 0 times this KVK. Sag, but it's fine. Next KVK, I swear. Will I ever do siege sets for my farms? Probably not. The only reason I say probably not is not because I don't think it's beneficial. I think it is beneficial, but dude, you guys saw how much I spend, right? Or spend on resources. I spent probably 1 billion resources total, not each, but 1 billion resources on both of my filling farms. I only filled with 2 farms. So if I am also open fielding and streaming and war leading, and it, like I don't have the mental capacity. I just don't. I don't have the mental capacity to also throw a range march out there and get KP and position it and care about where it is, and like I can't do it. I can't do it. So they are used for filling, for rallying Bart forts, and for farming. That's it. 2,500. Oh, for what? The PC? iPhone's gaming nowadays. It's always gaming, bro. Your power to barb chain is insane. It's been less insane recently. But also, I don't know. We've been fighting against 2377, and I know that I'm not going to get first place, so I haven't really, like, normally most KVKs I zero my AP. Where is it? And I still, this is a lot. This is like way more than I should have for the end of KVK. Zirkle is a sleeper whale? I don't think it's a sleeper whale, bro. I think he's just a straight up whale. Oh, this guy's gonna ruin my chain, huh? He's a whale, but he doesn't use pilots, and he needs to be online more. I'll just say it that way. If he was more active in VC, we'd probably be using his rally as the main rally. He has a full crit Iconic 5 4 legendary Delta set, or Arch set, which is literally the best that you can ask for in this current meta. And he said he's already, you know, he's gonna swap it over to Delta when it becomes better for Attila Subotai or just Cav rallies in general. And we literally never use his rally once because he's just not online. All right, so we'll get there. We'll get there. I trusted him. No way. No way. Oh, it's Putin. No way Putin's pilot is doing this right now. If he... Oh my god, guys. You think his pilot's gonna kill this level 55 barb while I'm chaining it so I don't get rewards? What do we think? Don't do it. Don't do it, please. Not on the stream. Don't do it on the stream. Bro, Putin, you're gonna tell me that you're 7 marching barbs right now? I guess you are 19. But you're not even close to getting past. Bro, what? Get out of here, man. Ruining my chain like that? It's fine. It's fine. If you have a 5511 BQ and the Liu, what should be your priority to expertise? Liu. Yeah. Liu is a slightly better commander than BQ, I would say. And the expertise of Liu is the most busted in the game. And yeah, you want that expertise as soon as possible. I would say the difference between BQ and Liu is honestly like, I mean, maybe 5%. Like, the active skill on BQ is better, the kit on BQ is better. The only thing is that, now this expertise surprisingly is not bad, because when you're sad facing, this actually does quite well. But in like longer, you know, fights, this really doesn't do much at all. And Liu, this expertise is actually just busted. This is the best expertise in the game, and it's not even close. Okay, you know what? Okay, once reset hits, not now, but because I'm kind of chaining and I want to make sure that I'm in this position to be comfortable. We got 15 minutes left. I'm ranked 13. Yeah, I want to be comfortable. Dude, it's how are they so synergistic then? Like they've killed the same amount of barbs. Get out of here. Ooh. Anyway, I want to be comfortable enough in my honor game to relax a little bit. But once we hit that, we're gonna review the new commanders because I didn't make a video, and I didn't really want to because I was working, and you know they released it on a Tuesday morning at 5 o'clock like they always do, and I'm working, and I just not dealing with all that shit. So I'm gonna review them on stream, and yeah, I think that one essentially the open field archer commander I think is insane. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. The raid's consumption means that it has to be a primary, because if it's secondary, it's never going to fire an active skill, right? So, yeah, has to be a primary. And I think ZL is going to be a ridiculous secondary to that commander. Absolutely insane. Wow, I should go left. We're gonna skip out on this guy. I think that is too far to walk. What do I think of the 2049 365 KVK? I think I'm jealous because it looks balanced. And I haven't had a balanced KVK in a little while, so that would be nice. I don't know what the allies are, though. I probably would have gone left versus right, having looked at that. I would have gone left versus right, I think, for sure. So, is that what it is? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Kevin, you can also get an iPad Pro for under 1K. I don't think, does Kevin have 1K to throw around? Yeah, Kevin. Or would you like to fund it? That's funny. Do we know when we can expect the commanders on regular servers? We don't know, but we can expect them in about a month and a half. What if I have ZL Herman already, though? And do you only use one archer? I'd say you're replacing your Herman, yeah. I would say it's still worth investing in. Now, I wouldn't do so without testing, but I would say that my ZL Herman, while it is fine, definitely solid. Especially if you have good gear on the ZL Herman, it's actually, like, very solid. It's very good. But I think that this new commander is kind of insane. Oh, it's cross-allied? So, who has the map? That means that... So, obviously, 1875 and 2489 we're not going to ally. That was obvious. And then who has 365? Where's 365 located? Who is allied with 365? But the camp opposite of 365, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they also have, like, two 1 trillion KP kingdoms? Or yeah. So... I mean, I don't know. I'd say that 2 trillion kill points across 2 camps or 2 kingdoms is probably about equal to 365. I don't even know if 365 is the stronger ally of the two. We are allied with 365. Okay. I don't know, man. The fact that I don't know means it's a good match. It's good. I would say this. It could have been diagonal, or it could have been left versus right, and I think that I would have been happy with both. The only thing that I can say is I really don't like diagonal KVKs. I don't like diagonal KVKs because it makes past 7 way more stressful than it has to be. And so I would prefer left versus right just for that. From a leadership perspective, I would always try to navigate against a diagonal KVK. But as far as balance goes, I mean, sure, diagonal is fine. They're clearly... I think the fact that it is diagonal means, and not left versus right, means there was probably some relationship drama going on behind the scenes, is what I'm going to guess. Not because, like, either kingdom hates each other or has a bad rep or whatever it is. But I think that if everyone was on a neutral plane, I think leadership would have definitely gone for a left versus right KVK, because it's so much more straightforward. It's all right. This pass opening, this pass time, right? Like diagonal KVKs, you can get fort dropped, you can plan, right? Like all these things. Like the passes are annoying, and altars are annoying, and all this stuff, right? So I just think that it was probably a diagonal KVK because relationships between 365 and 2489 are probably not the greatest. Is my guess. That's not me putting that on any definitive record, but that's what I'll say. So, 748 camp has 1.6 trill, 1 trill, and 500 mil. Yeah. 2049 and 748 hit each other, but they're allies, right? Oh no, they're not allies. Sorry. 2049. Okay, so I was right. So if they hit each other, then that makes sense. Look, I've played this game for long enough, guys. I know how it works, right? I might pay somebody off in resources to get first in MGE. Very much so debating, because I don't want to do more barbs the last day. I mean, you're not doing any more barbs, are you? 89 and 748 both Vietnamese, but I think they're different. I don't think 89 is Vietnamese anymore. I think their leadership is Vietnamese, but I don't think their player base is Vietnamese, honestly. I think they got a lot of international migrants, personally. Not that account, my account? Oh. Never mind though. Alright, chat, we got 8 minutes, and then we're gonna collect all these juicy rewards, and hopefully not get kicked out of top 20. Normally I'd be a little bit more worried, but I think we got a solid cushion. I think we got a solid cushion under our belt. They rigged MGE at 3473. When you say rigged, as I messed up my chain, what do you mean rigged? I've heard a lot of questionable stuff about 3473, man. Not gonna lie. They're obviously a strong fighting kingdom. They performed very well this KVK, even though they, you know, did it on the backs of 2377. But I think that they're definitely solid. But nothing that I've heard from their members have said that they like their leadership, which is weird. And depends what you mean by rigged, I suppose. They started doing rigged MGs already. Yeah, I don't know. When I think of rigged MGs, I think like, oh, it's not fixed. But if one of our main rally leads wants to feed himself in with his farms, I'm not gonna stop it. Like, okay, bro. 30k honor in 7 minutes. I'd like to see that. Yeah, I think I'm okay. The only way that somebody can do it is with these, which I have, and I will use them before reset hits. So, can they push that much in 7 minutes? Not without the tokens that I just showed. Mars Invasion, what's up? Not gonna lie, I haven't been in 2049 long enough to know the drama. Fair enough. I also don't know the exact power of kingdoms in this KVK, but I have an idea. I think it's a good KVK. I think it's a great KVK, and honestly, Kill Day, I think you got lucky. It's a great KVK, and both sides could win, and good to see. 1875 lost the last KVK out to 89, who were half that alliance at the time. So, yeah, they lost it, but also they were kind of fighting. I won't say a 2v1, because 2774 did have some stats, but 2774 and that camp in general really did not pull their weight, I'll say it that way. I think that, yeah, I would still say 1875 had a better performance than 2049 in that KVK, not by player, but by kingdom, and the difference was the campmates. 365 hate 1875 and 2049 hate. Yeah, I feel like the allies kind of seem like they were predetermined. From a leadership perspective, guys, nobody wants to do a diagonal KVK. Nobody. It's not fun. So the reason that it went how it did was definitely because something went on in the background. 89 lost the moment they choose 365. Dude, has Babo won a KVK in like 4 years? Yeah, I don't think they've lost for sure. I think it's gonna be a good KVK. And honestly, hopefully they can dispel the Baba curse, you know? I'm 8th in honor, so I'm safe. Are you safe? Let's see. Mars invasion. You are. You and Rizzo, something. How many minutes are left? 4 minutes? Okay, so I am definitely safe, and I don't think that's moving. I would hate to be Shanks, but hey, it is what it is. Chat. Should we pass Mr. Hope and Wad Lion? Oh no, I'm missing this chain. Okay. Alright, chat, here we go. Just to pass Hope and Lion. Somebody get the screenshot. Alright. Alright, I did have the honor point saved up. Just to do like a surprise 5,000 in case anybody passed me, but doesn't seem like it will. I did get 11th, which kind of sucks, but guys, I'm not going to push. This distance is not nearly obtainable in 3 minutes, so. Alright, because we are kind of done with this, and I am happy, we'll probably, you know, I don't have to recall. No recalls needed. I think Barbs still spawn, right? For like at least 2 days or something, 1 day. They should have tokens too, Kane. They were top 4 every kill event. They should have tokens. We'll see if they use them. I mean, a lot of people are just impulse, you know, clickers. Wait, Kane, show that one more time. Here you go. Just making sure that I'm, you know, beating their pilot team. So, and then Akhenaten is firmly in first. It definitely seemed like he stopped paying the 24/7 5 March chainers though, because his honor points haven't really gone up much. Do you even need KVK coins? No, not really. I just do it because I mean, I do it for value and kind of for the streak. One day, yes. Second day, they start to be low. On what? We never 5 marched? That's what I meant. 5 March chainer. Did I not say that? Yeah, 5 March chainer is what I meant to say. They had a chaining team of only chainers who change with 5 marches or something. Open line, just 7 March barbs. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And, you know, Akhenaten still... So if Akhenaten spent, like... I don't know. How much did he spend on chaining pilots and AP this KVK? Probably like, maybe like 10 grand or something. I don't know the exact number, 5 grand. Who knows? But I guarantee these guys spent like way more. Just because they just don't care, and money's not a limiting factor, and they just 7 March all their barbs, so. Alright. We are about to hit reset, so hold on. Alright. We're going to collect these rewards. We're going to enjoy... Oh, wait. Chat. Whoa. Wait. This is the important part. Yo! Stop trying to kick me out, dog. Alright, 33 seconds. Hold on. BT Cyborg is up number 1. He might stay there, actually. I don't know if... I think I can beat him. Hold on. We got 1 attempt. Hold on. BT's still up there. Yeah, I ain't trying to get kicked out, bro. I gotta hit top 100. I did buy the extra attempt today. Oh, shit. Oh, no! That was a BT Cyborg. No. Oh, I didn't even get it in time. I wasted 100 gems. Oh, whatever. What did I hit? Top 25? Yeah. Oh, BT Cyborg beat... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, he was second. Okay. I might have been able to beat BT Cyborg because his lineup's kind of mediocre, but who knows. All right. Now for chain, anything is at most 1,500. The AP costs a lot, though. Well, so that's what I mean. That you're not just paying for the service, right? You're paying for the AP as well. All right. So let's here, hold on. Let's collect these juicy rewards. Let's log out and log in and see where we're at. See where we're at. I spent a lot, because I only started buying AP 16 days into KVK, and I had no AP after GT KVK. Bruh. I didn't have to gem or buy or whatever any KP, so that was nice. 1 million gems on AP is pretty disgusting. So 1 million gems in, you know, dollars is quite a lot. Yeah, I mean, he was gemming teleports, gemming healing, doing all that stuff, so. But Krakens can do Kraken things, and they can enjoy whatever they'd like to do. So, let's go ahead and collect these rewards. I guess this is immigration. Not going to worry about this at all. How many spots did we get? Where is 1981? Hello? Do I just not see my kingdom number? I mean, who cares? We probably only got like 15 or something. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Let's get the satisfying part out of the way. Alright, so we get 1 coin, 2 coin, some speeds, some legendary mats. I'll always take it. Conversion stones are great. Alright, guys, I did not do many forts this KVK. Yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I chained. I only did forts during very specific times. So these are the leaderboards. Now, I think these were not even close to the actual leaderboards because, yeah, I mean, what, they didn't count anything that happened after the Zig, and I would argue that most of the fighting happened after the Zig, but here we are. All right, so healing leaderboard is individual. BT, I guess, got first when the Zig closed, and doesn't really surprise me. It was probably first overall. Alliance, obviously they healed the most, and we were all the way down here, but I think we did most of our fighting in 1079, so that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, you can kind of see, I guess we did more healing in 1079. So I think the kingdom tracks by kingdom, and I think the alliance tracks by alliance, which doesn't make any sense. This alliance thing, they need to just they need to get rid of this. Anyway, kingdom, yeah, so they healed a lot. Kill leaderboard. I was, oh my, 56. I was not 56. I was a little bit higher than 56, but you can see by the time the actual, oh god. So by the way, this is the Autark 1.3 hump. 1.3 million kills. So by the time Kingsland had closed, or I guess the Zig had opened, like it was Death, me, Sarah, Trinity, I guess, which is also Sarah. Yeah, move a lot. Some 1981 players, but you can see not a lot of Wessex. Not a lot of Wessex. But I would argue that we did very well. In fact, wait, am I going insane? Were we higher than any? Wait. Where is Lost up here? 1903. Okay. I mean, we didn't have a zone 5, and we were still higher than them, which is interesting. Anyway, we'll go kingdom. We had, and again, guys, this doesn't show the full story. This is just until Kingsland closed. A lot of fighting happened after this, but yeah. So I think that we did decently. I would you know, declare, but yeah, it is what it is. Death leaderboard, Alliance, Kingdom, they had, you know, by far the most devs. And third 308, now that the KVK is over, I can say it, farmed a lot of devs by having absolute dog shit rallies and garrisons, but hey, it's okay. They tried their best. They did a good job, but they were throwing for sure on some things. Anyway, I guess I do have an Autark. All right, we'll deal with that later. Anything else that I'm trying to do right now? Anything else? Can I check around 65? Yeah, hold on. What view? For what? Kill? Individual? Your name is... Oh, that's killed. Does it still show you? I don't know if it shows you, my guy. Does it? Kill day. Anybody? Anybody see him? I don't see him. Alright. Oh, okay. So, wait, yeah, it goes after Zig. I guess it must go after Zig. Yeah, it has to go after Zig because I would not have had that kind of score. And Akhenaten would not have had that kind of score. So, it must go after Zig. So I guess I was 55th overall. But I feel like I got more KP than this. Did my Autark go up? It didn't go up, but I got more KP? I am lost. I don't even know how this works. Hold on. So, my Autark didn't change. Wait, was this at 122? Was my most units healed at 122? Hold on. God, I am confused. Hold on. I am confused. Because I definitely got more kills. I got way more kills than this. I got way more kills than this. Data does not include tier 1. This is wrong, guys. This has to be wrong. This doesn't make any sense. This is like barely 40 million kills or something, and I got 4 billion kill points. So this has to be wrong. I don't, whatever. I don't really understand, but anyway, I did break my record, and I don't think these numbers changed at all, which is interesting. I probably killed more T4 in past KVKs. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, that'll be all T5. That's why you got more KP. I suppose. I think my units healed went up by like 1k. I still feel like it I mean, maybe. That's around 4.3 bill, is it? This is around 4.3 bill? I don't know. That feels weird. Feels weird to me. I thought I would have more? Yeah, same. Dude, I had almost 900,000 score last KVK. I don't know. Definitely, I have so much less units killed here. It's kind of ridiculous. Wait, hold on. Wait. See some retrospect. Let's take a look. This is how we actually know, chat. This is how we actually know. Yeah, 216. Interesting. Weird. But that's okay. It is what it is. Heroes die once. I don't really have many devs, which is fine. That leaderboard stops after zip capture? Yeah. I need to refresh your game? Okay. I already did. But anyway, I'm not going to care too much. I guess I got 260 mil kills, but I did break my KP record. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to worry too much. Not going to worry too much. Wasn't even the KVK that I was trying the hardest in. And yeah, here we are. I am actually surprised that I broke my kill point record in a KVK that was so limited on fighting, but I don't know. KP seems really easy to get right now, which is odd, but that will probably change very, very shortly. All right, so let's do the satisfying part, which is, yeah, we just click claim all. There we go. On our rankings. Of course, I don't make the screenshot here, but I am number 11, so that's fine. I've won an Autark. I guess, yeah, I feel kind of bad about that, but that's okay. And here we go. How many KP? I got about 4.3 billion, I think, which was, it felt low, even though it wasn't, no. Here. Formation choice, because I am a bad streamer, I do not save these, I just open them up when I get them, and this is why, because it's all dog shit. Look at all these stat rolls, holy crap. New tech will make it difficult for you to break your KP record. Yeah, I think the Akanata chased enough KP this KVK, and don't get me wrong, what he did was impressive, but let's also be very clear. All of that was KP chasing, except for maybe like 25% of it. it was a ridiculous amount of KP chasing. And you know, even when we were having like actual fights, he would still be at the top of leaderboards. His pilots are great, his team is great. But if he didn't KP chase, I'd say he probably would have been at like 8 billion kill points. It was insane how I mean, he was probably gemming 50% halfway through the KVK. It's crazy. I don't think his record will ever be broken because it's going to be a lot harder to gain KP after this, I guess after this patch, right? So, all right. So now I want to go ahead, before I end the stream, I want to go ahead and review the new commanders. So, I think, let's just get this stuff out of the way. Guys, I've had some ridiculous luck here with the dailies. Hold on. I've gotten like 15,999 or something in the last few days, so let's see what I get. I got 6. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Did Akinada break the record? Oh, yeah. I think he got like 24 bill or something. Which is insane. In my opinion, 77 had too many KP chasers. I mean, they had a lot of pilots, right? That's what it is, especially if you pay by KP. If they actually fought objectives, they probably could have pushed into Kingsland better. Okay, so now that Kingsland is over and everything's over, I would say that if they kept pushing every single day and was actually just not drained, that they could have won the KVK. There was legitimate thoughts in leadership chats that we would lose this KVK. I think that 3308 was definitely drained. I think that you know, they had that read for sure, but they were also draining themselves, which, yeah, I mean, whatever. I think that 1901 and 1903 were not drained by any means, but, you know, we had a downtime. So, with that said, it's like, yeah, if they just pushed over here at 22 UTC, which, whatever, I would say that, if they didn't push at 22 UTC and they pushed at 2 UTC, which was our downtime and their uptime, it would have been better for them. They should have pushed at 2 UTC every single night. Every single night. Because that's our downtime. And 3308 is coming online, but if they're drained, then they can't help much, right? So if they pushed at 2 UTC every single night, they probably would have won this KVK. That's my honest truth. The only way that's not true is if they were actually getting drained, which is also a possibility, right? Like they could have been getting drained, which is fine. We pushed extra hard because it will be impossible to break again. Yeah, on that last attempt, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? But I think that in general, you guys had the most success in your one attempt that started at 2 UTC, and you guys lasted like 6 or 7 hours, and we took negative trades almost the whole time. So if you guys just did that every single night for 10 nights in a row, you guys probably would have won the KVK. So I don't know. Yeah. So fighting in the 1960 fighting in the 1960 KVK, this shit is so much harder to get KP. You mean like the 1960 KVK now? Yeah, probably. I mean, dude, this KVK for 2377 was just a KP gold mine. Problem was that 77 war lead is German, and he couldn't say, yep, you have one war lead? That seems like an issue. Boba T account got drained by the first day of Kingsland. I pilot on it a lot. Yeah, I mean, and of course, Boba T's native account was like super stacked, which is really funny, but whatever. I was talking about for KP record, Kane. Oh yeah. I think that yeah, that KP record will probably stay forever, is my guess. Until, like, you know, the power creep becomes insane again in like 2 years or something. But Bro 77 is not organized at all. I'm not gonna make any claims or do anything on stream that is not showing respect. I would give them respect. They are obviously an insanely hard punching kingdom. I think that if they use every single resource as efficiently and as strongly as possible, that they would have won this KVK. Absolutely. Foolish to assume power creep won't keep going. Biotic, I completely agree with you. That's why I kind of second my statement there with, yeah, it'll probably be easy again one day, but not right now, at least for the next year or so. All right, guys. I know I'm chaining, but we're gonna go over these commanders. All right, and then honestly, I kind of want to watch the new Rick and Morty season, although I've heard it's kind of bad. Anyway, we're gonna go over these commanders, and yeah. Can you guys see it? Give me like a thumbs up or something if you can see it. I want to make sure that I am actually doing the proper thing here. If Mars or Mo weren't the person in charge, they were getting nothing done, and it is what it is. Yeah, is Mo quitting? Because, I mean, I don't know, I've heard different things, but I don't think he'll really quit. But he said he would a lot. But Mo, Mars, and whatever, yeah, you can't be relying on those kind of people. Alright, looks good. Okay, so, because the screen is super small on my Streamlabs, I'm just going to look at my chat here and just kind of read the skills from here. So, essentially, this is what it is. All right. This commander, if you haven't read it yet, is not a rage requirement active skill. It's a rage consumption active skill, which threw me for an absolute loop. Okay, absolute loop. And now everybody in this chat has already seen the videos. All right, has already seen the breakdowns. I'm not going to go over here and read all the skills, but I will essentially go ahead and think or give a little bit of a breakdown about what I think this commander will end up doing. And kind of the impacts and the pairings that I think will be very good with it. So without saying too much, you have a on combat 500 rage increase. So you enter combat and you are automatically at 500 rage, which is crazy strong, right? Crazy strong, because rage consumption and rage usage technically they're not the same thing, but you'll see in this guy's kit that he's consuming over 100 rage a turn. So I don't know, it's really insane. I don't think it's going to get your skill off necessarily faster per se. I lied. It will actually have your skill go off a little bit faster, because most times you're not generating rage every single turn above 100. If you're firing a basic attack, you know, it's like 86 or whatever it is. You have razor sharp, you have some rage gen in there, horn, drums, William, whatever it is. I would argue that you will probably get your skill cycles off a little bit faster with this guy, and obviously it'll depend on who you hit. So you deal, what is it, whenever the troop deals direct damage with a basic attack, you deal 60% of that to 5 other nearby enemy troops. Damage reduces by 15%. So that is also, I know it sounds weird, but increased by your normal damage done. So this commander works with arch formation. Now, how many people have a arch formation archer pairing? Probably not many. All right, but the amplifications here obviously work with skill damage, because it does convert it into direct damage, which is skill damage, but the baseline factor of that is actually your normal damage. So normal damage increases are really solid. The other thing that I would like to say is that it says whenever you deal damage with a basic attack. Guys, that means that anything that deals combo attack is crazy with this commander. Crazy with this commander. I don't think you obviously need to run this as a primary, or else the rage consumption never happens, and then you're never going to fire an active skill, which is bad, right? However, if this guy is the primary, you can't run Arthur secondary, but you can run like Subutai, which I probably wouldn't recommend, or you can run like Liu Che with an artifact, which I think is really strong. I think that combo is going to be pretty insane. But like I said, if you do have your arch formation with Liu Che still, and you're running Liu Che Alex, and you're in like an artifact KVK, I think that opens up a lot of possibilities. But you're probably going to run BQ Liu Che anyway, and so it doesn't really matter. So whenever this commander's troop launches a basic attack, right? So launch a basic attack, spends 100 rage. So great, won't trigger without sufficient rage, so you do actually need to be generating rage, which is nice, because you're actually generating rage. Like I said, a lot of the times when you're not even hitting something, which you can see in this commander's kit, whenever you take like direct damage or skill damage, combo damage, you generate rage. If you are getting buffed by William or whatever, you're generating rage, etc. So I think in general you're not gonna have a rage issue with this guy, is what I'm trying to say. And the kit below here is absolutely ludicrous. It's literally just absolutely insane. You get march speed, you get defense, and you get health. This is what archers need. This is really good. Whenever this, I guess, becomes a support skill, I don't know. Oh no, because it consumes rage, so when it becomes a support skill, that'll just be terrible. Anyway, the actual stats on it are insane. So next up we have in fact, let me see if I can scroll this thing up a little bit. There we go. We'll do this. Okay, so we have Thunder Shakes Earth. I think this is another rage consuming skill. I have to wait for my stream to load because I can't read it on my tiny OBS. One of these days, stream. Am I that far behind? Am I in like stream delay? Chat? What is going on? Alright, so if this commander is in a field troop, meaning not rally or garrison, and it has been outside the city for 10 seconds, that's important. So this commander is not a good cheeseburger commander. It gains the Eternal Emperor effect for 8 seconds. Alright, which is just the active skill, right? So, as soon as you enter combat, you're going to get all these instant procs. It's going to be really good, but not a cheeseburger march, which I think is important because you will find people who will still cheeseburger with this, and it'll be hilariously bad. So, this can trigger once every 60 seconds. So, actually, 60 seconds is a long time. So, not every single time you go into combat, you will actually be, you know, instantly doing instant proc damage. So, that is something to note. So, it's not, like, absolutely broken all the time, but still very good. Whenever their troop deals direct damage from Pierce's Bronze or the Eternal Emperor effect, it spends 20 rage. So again, spending 20 rage and then draining rage from them. Great. I don't really know how to gauge this quite yet. I think it's not as strong as like every single time you're in combat, but obviously still very good. And then seal all governors in. This commander's troops in the field has been outside of your city for at least 10 seconds again. Gains the Eternal Emperor effect for 10 seconds. Whenever it enters combat, can trigger once every 60 seconds. Great. Spend 20 rage. Okay, all this stuff is just rage gain. I don't have a PhD, guys. I don't understand any of this any more than you do. I'm just going to test this guy out and see if he's good. All right. Valor, Best Despair. Attacking a field troop again, so maybe in the garrison. I don't know. Their troops gain 500 rage when entering combat. I don't think there is a cooldown on this. Yeah, there's not. So the 500 rage will always occur, which is very, very solid. So bottom line, do I think that this commander is going to be good? I do. I think he's going to be very, very good. But is he really what I want to talk about? Honestly, no. The real guy that I want to talk about, which seems weird, but as an Imp, Rally, and Garrison player, this is what I want to talk about. The absolute death of Gorgotoku. Now, I don't think it's going to kill Gorgotoku, but I think in most scenarios, this rally is going to be batshit insane. I think this rally is going to be so good that Archer mains... Let's be real. If you're an Archer main, you're a Rally or Garrison. Nobody's an Archer main unless you're a Rally or Garrison, right? I swear, I don't know what it is, but it seems like a lot of whales invest in Archers, and I don't know why. I literally just don't know why. But this guy is absolutely insane, all right? So let's just look at the active skill. 800 times 4, that is 3200 damage factor. All right, 3200 damage factor. And if they have less than 500 rage, they cannot affect or cannot receive a shield. So what receives a shield? Gorgo, Toku, and Hera. I mean, what else do you want, right? Like this commander, this active skill is really can't receive a shield for 2 seconds. I understand that doesn't mean, or I understand that, like, okay, if outside of that 2 seconds they can still get a shield, fine, but this is probably reducing the shield intake by at least like 20%, right? So it's very, very good, very strong. 20% march speed and 20% health. You're not going to use this for open field, just not going to happen. This is a damage over time commander, just like Sargon. I don't know why they have march speed in these kits, but it makes no sense. And if they're rallying, they get an extra 20% march speed. It makes no sense. If this is a rally commander, you are having 40% march speed. Okay, whatever. I don't get it, but fine. And 25% chance to gain 30% attack for 3 seconds. So 20% health and maybe about 20% attack on this skill. The march speed is irrelevant. Fine. Maybe not like the most OP skill I've ever seen, but still decent, right? So sure, whatever. Oh, march speed for Osiris? Okay. I'm not an Osiris player. Like, I don't really care about it too much, just full transparency. So maybe that makes sense. And that is understandable. Okay. Understandable. Yeah, next up, we've got the Blessed by the Atash, something. Okay. Whenever they deal skill damage, it has a 20% chance to inflict the following for 3 seconds. They cannot receive temporary health buffs. Guys, what commander receives temporary health buffs? Well, they just released a commander in the game. Not many commanders in the game actually get a temporary health buff. But you know what it does? This guy. Gain 1 stack of Toshu for 10 seconds. Each stack, they increase the health of the garrison by 5%. Stacks up to 4 times, which is 20% health. Huh. It's almost like they released this commander to completely counter this commander. So it resets the stacks, I'm assuming. Right? Resets the health stacks of Toku, which means that Toku just becomes like unbelievably swarmable, by the way. Like, it's already swarmable in flags, but now it's like ridiculously swarmable. All right, so they cannot receive temporary health buffs, and not only that, but now they deal 20% less normal damage, which of course is all the damage that they deal. So 20% damage reduction. Great. All right. If this commander is leading a rally attack, whenever their rallied army grants a buff, which, by the way, if you read this Humiliation of Rome, okay, they grant a buff to themselves every, you know, I don't know, 4 seconds, give or take. They get 100 rage, and they get a bonus to skill damage dealt. Okay, this skill is good. Will be up quite often. It's a forcing cooldown, so this will probably be up every single active skill, right? It might not go off on the very first or second active skill proc, because remember it lasts for 4 seconds, but it'll be up for quite a lot. Quite a lot. And then the expertise, all must submit. If this commander is leading a rally attack, whenever their rallied army deals damage, it has a 50% chance to deal additional damage every 1 second to 5 enemy troops, damage factor of 200. If they aren't leading a rally attack, which is kind of irrelevant because you're not going to use this commander for field, whenever they deal additional damage, has a 15% chance to deal additional damage every second for 2 seconds to 1 enemy troop near the target. Anyway, kind of useless, but yeah, the expertise kind of sucks. It's I guess a little bit of splash damage, a little bit of AoE. It is what it is. Anyway, this commander absolutely dunks on Toku. It dunks on Toku more than it dunks on Gorgo. Like, Gorgo, the only thing that it dunks on is obviously the normal damage resistance and then the shields, sure. But, you know, 500 Mighty Shield is fine, and then that's pretty much it. But taking the health away from Toku, and literally shield on this skill, shield on this skill. I mean, it's, if it has a shield, deal more smite damage. I don't know. It just completely destroys Toku. And it, I mean, they've done it before. They release something, then they release the counter, then whatever. But as somebody who is an Inf main, it is definitely difficult to see. I'll say that. Asher is the pair. Yes, Asher is definitely the pair. So it'll be probably Asher primary. And the reason why I say Asher primary is because you want the expertise to happen during the active skill of the new commander, which I am forgetting the name, right? So if you get the attack, health, defense, right, normal damage, skill damage, right, you want this to occur probably before, but I don't really know. It could go either way. It could go either way. So Asher is definitely going to be the pairing, and I think that's pretty self-evident. Self-evident. Oh, man. So as a Inf main, I'm a little sad, but the Garrison is a little too strong, so it did kind of need a counter, but I don't know. The community doesn't seem to be using it much. I don't know, man. I don't know. With that said, chat, I am actually going to call it there. This was kind of a little relaxing end of KVK stream. I'll probably go see if I can find an account for like the 1960 KVK tomorrow and see what I got for it, because let's be honest, you know, viewership is pretty dominated by that KVK at the moment, and yeah, it is what it is. So maybe if I have some time, I'll stream tomorrow. If not, I got like a ton of errands and shit to run. Maybe hit the gym, do all that good stuff. I am developing arthritis in my elbows, I think, which really sucks. Let's see if you can hear this pop. Oh, not yet. I don't think it really popped. Anyway, I'm having some trouble. I think I'm doing too many pull-ups, so I might have to take it easy at the gym. But either way, I'm probably gonna sign off for the night, and let's see if anybody else is streaming, and we'll move on from there. Is Plata still streaming? Let's actually take a look. I'm glad he's streaming, man. I haven't seen him stream for quite some time. Also, if you haven't already, I would love if you threw a like on the video, and yeah, come back for the next one. Alright, let's see. Customization, redirect. Cortex is streaming. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna save that. We're gonna go raid Cortex. And go ahead and check them out, and we'll see if you see me in the 1960 KVK tomorrow. Anyway, guys, peace out. See you in the next one. See ya.